guys. Sorry it's been a while since I uploaded anything. I'm sure we all know that we've been kind of sequestered in our houses, so I haven't had a chance to get too much in the way of free time to film anything. But I thought today, I have a stack of books here that I haven't gotten to. I thought I'd go through those really quick. And trying to we have a new little one on the way, so I'm having to go through my collection and shed some things. So ended up going through all my books, getting rid of about 5 long boxes and 5 short boxes worth of stuff that I knew I wasn't ever gonna really look at again, or didn't think it was that great the first read through. So getting rid of that stuff on eBay, putting my other books in storage to make room, and right now I have unfortunately I have about 6 piles of books still in this room to get rid of, or to just read through, and I have a short box downstairs with stuff to read through, and a few other piles. So gonna be going to my comic book store maybe today or tomorrow with a list of things that I'll continue with, but I'm gonna be cutting down quite a bit, simply because there's no place to put everything. I was getting maybe $40 to $60 worth of books almost every week, and that fills up a short box, within maybe just a couple months, and that's not going to be realistic here. So gonna basically be dropping anything that's been kind of borderline, and just going with those things that I find myself being on top of reading wise. So I have a pile here of stuff I haven't read through yet, but I have it basically put everything in order. So this is King Thor by Jason Aaron. I don't know how many issues this was. This was the miniseries that Jason Aaron wrote after his Thor run, and I seem to have about 3 or 4 issues of it. I don't remember if it finished or not. This is Thor in the future when he's older. It might be something that was basically put on hold for the pandemic, so there might be a few more issues to pick up. Yeah, it looks like I have 4, and it doesn't say up there in the corner, it doesn't say out of, it doesn't say number 3 out of like 5 or anything like that, so I honestly have no clue on how many more issues of this there might be. I'll finish it out because I did like Jason Aaron's Thor run. And this one, well, as you can see here, it has all the Thors on it: old Thor, modern Thor, young Thor. And this one's thick. This one says it's $5.99, so I wouldn't be surprised if this really is the last one. So I might have this might have just been a 4-issue miniseries, so looking forward to that. Also have this is Conan Exodus, with art by Asad Ribic, who did that last Thor miniseries there. His art's really, it's realistic, but at the same time not. It's got a very specific look to it, so picked this up. I've only seen 1 issue of this so far. It came out around the same time that they were relaunching Conan the Barbarian and Savage Sword, and I haven't seen another one, so I don't know if he ran behind or if it was just a one-shot. I thought it was going to be an ongoing thing. So this is Guardians of the Galaxy #1. If you read Guardians, you know that they have resolicited this thing so many times. This is like probably the fifth #1 within the last couple years here. They had a #1 for Donny Cates' run. This is a new run with Al Ewing as the head writer, but it just seems silly to me to have. I mean, Donny Cates' run was 12 issues, and here we are, #1. At that point, you might as well just, why have a number in the corner? You're just telling us it's chapter 1 of a new writer. So, I think I have the first 3 or 4 issues of this. I'll probably be dropping this. The Donny Cates run, was short but sweet. But since they're revamping it so often, I don't know if I need to keep up with it on a regular basis. I mean, and like this cover, I don't know, this bunny with the gun is not impressing me. So I'll probably read through those and let that one drop off to save some space. This is one of the ones I will be keeping up with, Captain America. Ta-Nehisi Coates, I wasn't super excited when he came on. I didn't like his Black Panther, but his Captain America has been very good so far. So, been keeping up with that. They have the Alex Ross has been doing the covers, I think basically since #1. So, they always look impressive and the story has been good. So, I'll be keeping on with Captain America moving forward. Also going to keep up with X-Men, even though I haven't even gotten around to reading issue 1 from Hickman yet. I read through the miniseries, so I'm up to date as far as Krakoa and the changes he made to Moira McTaggart, but as far as the start of the new official X-Men books, I haven't read point 1 yet. Not getting any of the side X-Men books. They have quite a few, and a lot of them, if Hickman's not writing it, I don't need 50 issues of assorted X-Men, C and D characters. So I'll be picking up X-Men, the main book, and that's about it. One of the things I got rid of with my purge was I was getting X-Men Gold, which was the series before this with, Kitty Pryde was basically team leader. And, they had most of the roster. They had like Old Man Logan and stuff. I kept getting that simply because, as a comic book collector, it's kind of weird to not be picking up X-Men of some sort. And, that was the most classic lineup they had at the time. They had the fake, or not fake, they had the canceled Kitty Pryde Colossus wedding in that run and things like that, but it wasn't ever a very, it was always okay. It was never, must read or anything like that. It was, just kind of keeping up with the characters, but I wouldn't have, told anybody that they must be reading X-Men Gold. So, looks like I have quite a few of these to go through. I just finished up last night reading the first few issues of Donny Cates' Thor. That was the thing that was on top of my pile as far as catch up. So, I'll probably gonna go and take these immediately over to my reading area and put it on top of the pile, because it looks like I have 10 issues to catch up with almost a full year. I don't know if this one's must be every 2 weeks instead of once a month, because this is a insane amount of issues. I really like this cover. I know that, I was going to say, I didn't think this was Leinil Yu, the regular artist. This doesn't look like his normal art style, but I guess it is. Leinil Yu's kind of a, I don't know, I've always found his characters a little under rendered. Sometimes it can come out very blocky, but it's been a while since he was on a book, so maybe he's changed his style up a little bit. This was Giant Size X-Men, kind of a mini series to go alongside the X-Men relaunch. So I believe this was the only one written by Hickman. So I picked that one up. Oh, and immediately I contradict myself. This is Giant Size X-Men Nightcrawler, also by Hickman, with Alan Davis on art. So I had to add those to the pile. That's about 11 issues of X-Men to get through. Another one that I think this has been kind of on hiatus was Mark Waid's Doctor Strange. They kind of did a couple relaunches. They had Waid came on to Doctor Strange and had a really good run, and then they restarted with a new #1 and a new artist and kind of a new status quo for Doctor Strange. They got Barry Kitson on art, who's been doing a great job, and I really like this second series. At first it was a little, or was it Jason Aaron on Doctor Strange? I forget if it was Mark Waid, but the Mark Waid Doctor Strange, at first he had him talking almost, it was almost like you were reading Doctor Strange's journal entries, and that was getting a little old, but as the series went on, he kind of dropped that shtick and went back to writing it as you normally would see. I was about halfway through this series before kind of running out of time there, so I have about 7 or 8 of these issues to catch up with. I know I saw just recently Newsarama had a headline about how Doctor Strange was back on August's release schedule, so they must have been behind. And like here, okay, so this is issue 20, Mark Waid, right? Here's issue 1 by Mark Waid. Well, why? This is still Doctor Strange by Mark Waid. This is basically just a new storyline. But, hey, look, we slapped #1 on it, and you better get on top of it. Here's issue 2. And issue 3, which looks quite interesting. And then, last but not least, we have issue 4. They're supposed to have a, let's see, on issue 2 here, they have a preview for Strange Academy, which, from the looks of it, it has Humberto Ramos and Scotty Young attached, but I think Ramos is doing the art. I don't know if Scotty Young is writing. I've never known Scotty Young to be a writer. He's mostly a cover artist, and I know he has that I Hate Fairyland series, but as far as Marvel work, it's just been basically variants, so I'm not sure about that. I won't be picking that one up. The Mark Waid Doctor Strange has been good, so rather than try to add a book when Mark Waid is still doing his own thing, I'm just going to let that Strange Academy kind of go. I don't think I'll be missing anything groundbreaking there. But, so that's it for today, guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to swing by my comic book store these next few days and see what's in my pull list, and give them the list of stuff I want to stay with. When everything started up, they mailed comics out for a week or two, so I did have my pull list mailed to me, maybe week 3 or 4 of everybody being in quarantine. And I bought some stuff on their online store, but obviously pretty soon after that, Diamond stopped shipping, so they just kind of put everything on hold. So it'll be interesting to see, now that books have been out for a week or two in a row, what I might have in the box and what starts coming up. So you guys have a good one, and I'll try to keep these a little bit more regular once everything gets back to normal.